Okay, hey guys, it's our first video on this channel.
Hi! So, basically what this channel is going to be about is just us ranting about random shit. So,
maybe not all the videos, just this one and probably a lot of other ones.
Yes, because we're angry. Okay, so, pretty much what we're talking about today is fangirls, scene kids, and emos. And how...
Yeah, basically.
Not okay all those are.
So basically we're just going to start off with fangirls.
Because those are pretty much the worst. So, I guess the first thing I could say is you shouldn't be obsessed with somebody that you've never met, and it's pointless, and it's annoying when that's all you talk about. Because, seriously, shut up. For real.
Fangirling, there's like, okay, so you can be a fan, like you can really like an artist, but fangirling is basically just like obsessing over them, just like, I don't know, just like, you kind of like set your life like around that one person, like, I don't know, like they focus too much on them, like you shouldn't really be obsessing over someone that doesn't even know you, really.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on, I mean, a person can be a really good musician, but you can go too far with like this fangirling stuff. It's annoying.
Yeah, and also, like, if you are going to tell somebody that they're not a true fan of a certain band just because they don't know all the members' names, or when their birthdays are, or how they like their fucking cabbage prepared, seriously, those facts are not important to how much you like their music. If you want to, like, look at somebody as a role model or something, doesn't mean you have to know, like, where they live, or what they eat for dinner every day, or who they tag in their pictures on whatever. I don't know. You don't need to know all that to appreciate them as a human being.
Exactly.
And it's just stupid. You do not need it in your life. Just give up.
And we're mostly kind of aiming this towards seeing fangirls. I don't know if that sounds really offensive or not, because I don't really care. Oh god. But, yeah, this is from a really bad angle, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
This is the only way we could film it.
Anyway. So, this is not, I don't want to sound like a terrible person or anything, but most fangirls are seen, and also, this is just towards scene kids, basically, do not look at somebody, or, like, talk to somebody. Okay, so, like, talking to us, like, your first or not even talking to us, like, looking at us, people's first impression is, like, scene kids or emo kids or whatever, but in reality, no.
No,
Just
God.
because I have plugs and he has long hair does not mean we are part of that group.
We're just having fun with our self, like, looking, I don't know, it's kind of exploring on how we look, not necessarily, doesn't really make who we are.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, I could, like, it's just, like, the one thing that I hate is people coming up to me and saying something like, well, okay, this is just an example. When I was at a football game, this girl came up to me and she started talking about our group or something, and I've never met her before, and she was just talking about scene kids in general, and I'm just like, excuse me? And she was like, what do you listen to? You listen to, like, Blood on the Dance Floor, right? And I'm just like, no, I listen to Bright Eyes and Arctic Monkeys and Nirvana. I don't listen to Blood on the Dance Floor.
Oh, God.
And it's just like, you can't label me as somebody just because I look a certain way.
Yeah, judging someone by their looks is pathetic.
Yeah, and it was just because I happened to be wearing black and red at the time, and apparently that's an indicator.
Alright, scene kids. We wrote this little list of things. Okay, so...
Oh, why
I'm
did
sorry.
that happen?
Well, we're using our computer screen as light source, and okay.
Oh.
Scene kids. Wow, there is so many things annoying about them.
Pretty much.
And that sounded rude, but...
Like, if you want to be a scene kid, go for it, just don't.
Okay, so... they're kind of conceited, but they kind of cover it up with by pretending like they hate themselves. I mean, maybe I don't know. That kind of sounded like that was a cheap shot.
It's okay.
But I don't know. They just act fake.
Yeah.
They all act really fake. When you're seen, it's most likely just a phase. It's not gonna last forever. You're not being yourself. I mean, come on. She went through a scene phase.
I went through a scene phase.
I was really close to his.
You were pretty much there.
Yeah.
And, like, when, like, at the time, it really didn't last that long. And, like, at the time, it was, like, just because of the people I was hanging out with who, but I think that's kind of what happened to you, is you just kind of get influenced by it, and you think you kind of are like that for a minute, and then you aren't, which is pretty much how most of the phases end, or begin, whatever. But if you're seriously going around saying, I've seen kids for life, then, like, just think about what you're saying, because I've tried to convince, I don't, like, go up to scene kids and, like, rant to them about how it's just a phase. Like, I mean, if that's what you want, if that's the phase you're going through, or that's how you're even gonna be in general, it doesn't bother me. It's just keep it away from me, I guess, and don't try to, like, say that I am like you, pretty much, because I'm not.
Yeah, basically, if, like, you're seen, you don't need to, like, throw it out there, shove it in people's faces, like...
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just...
Like, people will just be like... seen kids for life, and they'll just stereotype other people because...
And, like, their Facebook pages will be filled with, like, girl images and, like, dinosaurs and blood on the dance floor and, like, all these...
And
I don't know. But a lot of scene kids overly do it, and a lot of them are really annoying and just kind of bash on anyone who isn't exactly like them.
yeah, that's kind of how it is, and it's also, like, I know it's gonna sound, like, really bad, and I don't wanna, like, I'm not trying to completely bash on anybody, but seriously, colorful hair, like, pink hair and red, or, like, some red hair looks okay, but, like, blue hair and purple hair and green hair, that looks bad. Because it might look kind of cool at first, like, when you first get, like, your hair all green and stuff, and it's, like, the first day you have it, and it's all bright and cute.
Oh.
But once it starts fading, just like...
It goes downhill.
Yeah, just, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna dye your hair some wild color for whatever reason...
Make it temporary.
Yeah, make it, like, I mean, all colored hair is actually temporary, but,
yeah,
like, if you just kind of have it for, like, until it's, like, faded, and then just dye it back to whatever color you had before, because it's really not worth having long term.
Yeah.
Because it starts looking really ugly. Yeah. Oh, this video is like 8 minutes long.
Oh, crap. Okay,
Emotes.
Wait. No, I want to do this.
Okay.
Glorify self-harm.
Yes.
That's really insulting to people who actually have the issue. Okay. What this is about is, like, when people cut themselves, and they kind of just, like, put it all over the internet and exploit themselves for cutting, and to, like, get, like, attention and people's sympathy. I mean, I know you want people to feel bad for you. I mean, I don't know.
Like, everyone kind of feels that way at some point. Like, they want somebody to help them, but posting it all over the internet is not a way to find that sort of help. If you are seriously struggling with self-harm, like, don't keep it to yourself, but don't post it on the internet. If you are, like, actually struggling with self-harm, and it is, like, a serious addiction, do not show everyone at your school, and do not post it everywhere. Just, if you really feel like you need somebody to talk to, find somebody to talk to and tell them about it. Don't tell the whole world, because seriously, no one really wants to know. Like, because people will think of you differently.
It's, like, a serious problem. I mean, the internet is no place to go, really, to get help. You're gonna get all sorts of hate, and you're gonna get sympathy, of course, but there's still hate on the internet, too, and that could really end badly. And, like, get professional help, or even from your friends and family, seriously. Like, that's the internet, and just, it's just, whatever.
It's not a good place for that.
Don't exploit your cuts.
And,
get real help.
And also, if you are saying stuff like, self-harm is beautiful, or, there it is
Why
again.
does this keep
Okay, if you're saying stuff like, self-harm is beautiful, or, like, scars are beautiful, and you, like have never struggled with it yourself and you're just trying to sort of direct it at people who have struggled with self-harm, you're trying to tell them that what they did is beautiful, you need to shut your mouth because it's not beautiful.
Dude.
It's sad, it's gross, it's really bad, it's not a good thing.
When she says gross, not in, like, to insult anybody.
Yeah, I'm not trying to insult anybody, it's just, it's not a good thing to have on you, and you don't, like, it's horrible, like, it's a horrible thing. It's like a horrible addiction, and if you are trying to tell somebody that what they did is beautiful, then just stop.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not beautiful, and that's just going to make them want to continue doing it, to make whoever is saying that think you're beautiful, even though they're probably just saying it. I think that's it.
Alright, wait, no, this video is almost over. This is taking forever, but
Yeah.
emos, okay, you know, emos and scenes, basically the same thing, except scenes, kids are a little bit more just out there. But emos they kind of just, like, feel bad for themselves, and they overreact to everything, and they're sad and depressed for stupid reasons that normal people would just be finally okay, like, would be okay with and get over it. Like, I don't know, like, they overreact to stuff. And all teens go through depression and stuff, but when you're emo, you're just making it...
Not all teens, but yeah.
Most teens.
A lot of teens.
But, like, when you're like, you're emo, you're, like, putting a lot of stress on yourself, and, like, putting more stress on yourself than needed by overreacting and stuff, and I don't know, it's just... It makes things more complicated for yourself, yeah.
Okay, well, this video is, like, 30 seconds more, because I just want to say one more thing, but, if you're going through an emo phase right now, just know that there probably will be good that will come out of it. Like, you're gonna move kind of up, and you might turn into, like, a really cool kind of hardcore kid, or, like, something that isn't as depressing and sad. And, like, I think that if you can rush yourself along to get out of there and sort of become, like, whoever you actually want to be, instead of, like, an emo kid, which is a phase, then hurry yourself up.
Yeah.
Because I know that, like, most people who go through an emo phase are just, like, they're gonna turn into something better, so.
Yeah. Alright, guys, just be happy. Bye.